Hey, welcome back to Schnitzel Sundays, episode 4. Let's get started. Do you remember a few weeks ago I mentioned that paprika schnitzel? I can think of multiple versions. I think I said 3. I made since that one that I think may have been mint, one that's great for potluck, and then today we're going to make paprika Rahmschnitzel. It's a bell pepper cream sauce. And the schnitzel itself is going to be naked, so it means it doesn't have a batter. We're going to start with our onion. Just chop it in small pieces. When watching my knife skills, you can probably tell I'm not a professional chef. I really just enjoy cooking. To me, food comes from the heart, and you can really do something really nice for someone. Like bring authentic German cuisine to someone who has maybe never experienced anything like this. Or if you get lucky, maybe once you found a really good German restaurant where you got served one of these dishes. So to think that one of you will be making this dish and you will be just as happy as my family or myself enjoying any of these meals makes me just really happy to think of that. When it comes to knife skills, I have a funny story for you. My grandpa, he used to have a butcher store for 40 years. He was a butcher master. And when I was 14, I was asking to help in the store. I was allowed to do the dishes. And I was told, Lucy, those knives are really sharp. And typical teenage fashion, I would say, yeah, I know knives are sharp. Guess what happened? I still cut myself. I'm washing my bell pepper. I recommend using all 3 colors, the yellow, the orange, and the red. It just gives a nice color in the sauce. Let me chop them in small pieces. For this dish, we do not want any green peppers. I like to use all the vegetables first on my cutting board and on my knife before I get any of the pork out. If you're enjoying this content, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. It lets YouTube know that others should see this too. You will need 2 garlic cloves. When you look at this one, it actually has 2 tiny ones, so we're going to use 3 officially, but actually it has 4 tiny ones. We're still using all of them. So 1 normal one and 3 tiny ones. We're using all of them. My husband, he is the greatest in chopping garlic. He makes a guac that is to die for. He probably could win contests if he wanted to with his guac. But I'm all about no fuss cooking, so nothing here is going to be super fancy. That's why I'm going to just slice my garlic. If you don't like it sliced, go ahead and chop it. But when it comes to no fuss cooking, let me introduce you to Dinnerly. As you can see, my channel is still pretty small, and this cannot be my daytime job. So during the day, I'm actually an engineer, and I work for a medical device company, and I have a special needs child, and my husband and I are the only ones truly taking care of her. We do not have family in the state of Minnesota. It's just the 2 of us. And sometimes we need help. We need help going shopping. We need help with the meal. And that's when we use Dinnerly. Dinnerly shipped this yesterday. It is everything I need for 3 meals. And that is, I ordered chicken shawarma, I ordered salad wraps, and I also ordered udon noodles. Dinnerly has so many options. You can select between gluten-free, dairy-free, vegetarian, or even meals that are already ready cooked, or meals that are allowed to take to 45 minutes, or 15 or less. So give Dinnerly a try. I have a link in my description down below. They ship all over US, and it's a US-based company. Now we're going to use our pork loin. I will only make 6 schnitzel, and I will use the rest for something else. cat is looking at me. He's going to meow in the background. I don't know if you picked up on that in like one of the previous videos already. He has meowed in multiple of them. Okay, 6 schnitzel. And this time we are not going to be using the mallet. From this leftover, I'm going to make traditional schnitzel, but I'm putting it aside for now. This is going to be another video, another day. Just so you know, whenever I'm making these videos, watch who's there. He's always nearby because he can smell the pork. But the reason I'm here is because we need some flour. And each one of those needs salt and pepper. Let's start with the salt. Ooh, that will be a salty one. But you know what I'm going to do about this one? Because this one got way too much. Let's give him a big hug. Salt transfer. So now this one doesn't need salt. You know, engineering is all about problem solving. Sometimes you just need to think of how to fix it. And another way to fix it, obviously, is to use the small opening. How about that, Lucy? Okay, now every schnitzel goes through the flour. All axes tapped off. That's it for the prep, aside from mashing some fluids. For the sauce, we're going to use our karodi pan again. For the schnitzel this time, we're going to use a cast iron. I'm adding vegetable oil to both of those pans. A little bit more on the cast iron and just a little bit in the one for the sauce. This one's calling for a handle. The vegetable one we set to medium heat. And the cast iron to high heat. And we're going to add our onion. Okay, I'm going to add the schnitzel into the cast iron. So for the schnitzel itself, our goal is just to give it a nice sear on each side. I apologize about the audio. It's always very difficult to edit out all the frying noises, so this is authentic cooking and that's what it sounds like. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to add basil to our vegetables. This is a ½ teaspoon. Yep. Now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. And as a reminder, I am using double concentrated in Germany. If you use triple concentrated, you would want to use only 2 tablespoons. This looks pretty good. Now is a good time to add our heavy cream, half a cup. Now, guess what? We're missing an ingredient. I have to run to Aldi. Okay, you guys, it's been a couple hours. Stay to the end if you want to know what happened in between. But I put the pork in the fridge while I was gone. And before I left, I wiped out the cast iron with just a wipe. And we have our sauce here. Because it's been so long, I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable broth just so, because it probably dried on a little bit more than I wanted to. But we will just keep going. Yeah, stay to the end if you want to know what happened in the meantime. I'm adding a few pinches of cayenne pepper. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of paprika, and I like the Hungarian paprika. Okay, we're back on track. This looks good. This sour cream and I had a little bit of fun. Stay to the end to see what we all did. And I'm adding approximately half a cup of sour cream. Since this was disrupted for a moment, to give you a better feel of the length of the sauce, how long it's cooking like that, it should be approximately 25 minutes. I'm going to taste it, just to see if you need more salt. Yes, we do. I'm adding a pinch of salt and some more pepper. And for my taste, I like some more cayenne. That. Look at that. What we're going to do next is we will transfer that into the cast iron. And we will transfer the pork back into that. We would not just do that because it was sitting for a while. We would do that regardless because we want it to heat up again. And don't forget, because it was sitting for a while, we will add the sauce on the bottom as well. It has a bunch of flavor. Going to let that heat up together. And then we add some parsley for looks mainly, and we're ready to serve. Thanks for watching this week of Schnitzel Sundays. Please subscribe and perhaps consider watching this video that YouTube thinks you like. And don't miss next week's Schnitzel Sunday. Did you use the rest of the sour cream and not put it on shopping list? Oh yeah, that's what a guilty face looks like.